It's a long journey ahead for the bushfire victims, and they know it. But today there was some comfort from the Governor-General, who toured the fire zones. After a tough week, conditions are finally easing across the state. But even as that good news emerged, so did another threat.
A hug from the Governor-General. It's not a new home, but for these bushfire victims in Winmalee, it lays the foundations.
The most important thing is you're safe.
The Odell family was at Westmead Hospital for daughter Mia to have a brain operation when their home was destroyed.
We just come back to say hello and just look at it, and it's good for us just to help it make sense.
Quentin Bryce trod the path of devastation in the Blue Mountains.
What a rough time this community's had.
Meeting with the men and women who fought to save so much.
We often say volunteers are the backbone of our country.
The fire danger isn't over, but there's a new threat. Many of the burnt-out homes are riddled with asbestos. Getting back to these properties could take weeks.
Again, the risk is minimal, but we are taking the precaution of putting signs on all of those properties where asbestos has been found.
Further west, the 50,000-hectare state mine fire continues to plough through bushland. The risk is still real. Above and on the ground, the job's far from over. Well, conditions have eased somewhat here in the state mine fire area, allowing these firefighters to burn fingers of fire down towards the main front, which is in the valley, so that when the fire races up here to the Bells line of road, this is where it stops. Tiny blazes fighting the huge front below. Tough conditions and tough talking from the Premier. The Commonwealth may be asked to cough up compensation for locals who lost homes, cars and property in the fire accidentally started on Army land.
I want to see the report. I want to have a conversation with the Prime Minister, because clearly we never want to see this repeated.
And while the Blue Mountains recovers from Red October, the rest of the state is wondering what summer may bring.